Nick said toast. I thought he said roast, and it's very tame, very tame. There's a lot of people here. So first things first, I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming to celebrate the marriage of Nick and Bryn Nosko. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nate Milletta, and I had the honor tonight of being the best man, Nick and Bryn's wedding. And while it's a really big honor, I think everybody here that knows Nick and I know that the real best man is Nick Nosko. I'm just kidding, it's me. Yes. I'm the best man, don't worry. All right. But in preparing for my speech, I got a lot of advice from a lot of people, including my buddy Austin over there. And he's helpful. He's a helpful guy. I don't know if that's a bad thing. But the only really useful advice came from a man that's much wiser than me. And he told me that, you know, as far as the length of the best man speech, it should only be as long as the groom makes love. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding. I'm not done yet. Next time, I'm not done. Don't give me a microphone. I don't know who thought, let's give Nate Milletta a microphone and stop talking. I'll be up here for a while. So, to be honest with you, knowing that I had to write this speech, I turned to the internet, as we all often do. It's not one of my stronger suits. So I had the whole World Wide Net Web at my fingertips, and all the resources I could afford. So I spent about, I don't know, probably 2.5 hours, and I found some really, really good stuff. And then I remembered I was looking for speech ideas. And I had to clear the search history of my browser. But what I did find, I was curious. I didn't know what is a best man. Like, what is that? Where did this come from? So I went and did some research on a very quality research device called Wikipedia. And I found that in all seriousness, back in the Middle Ages, the best man, his job, if a town didn't have enough eligible women that are as great as Bryn, the best man and the groom would go to another town, steal a woman, and then bring her back to their town. And then it was the best man's job. He would stand at his side, because he was also a very good swordsman, evidently. He would stand at his side, and he would protect in case the bride's family came and tried to take her back. And then this is real. And then on the night of the marriage, he would stand outside of the marriage bed with his sword and just stand guard to make sure the family didn't come back. So, in kind of a tribute to the past and a nod to Nick and Bryn's future, I will be standing guard outside the DoubleTree Inn tonight. So don't get any idea, Rudmans. She's a Nosko now. She's recruited to the Nosman family. The past couple weddings I've gone to, there's a lot of stories told and a lot of inside jokes. And I'd love to tell a bunch of stories to embarrass Nick today and rattle off a laundry list of silly inside jokes. I realized that I was an accomplice in most of these stories, and it would also indict myself. And the inside jokes, just me, you, and Austin, and a few other people would laugh at. And that's not really worth it. So I'll just say that all of those memories and all those inside jokes, I had a great time making them. So Bryn, now it's your turn. So, how did Nick manage to land Bryn? That's what we all ask. I'm sure a lot of you guys ask yourself this. Nick's a great guy, but Bryn's little. She's cute. She's smart. Oh, I got more. She's smart. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's funny. She's charming, and I think we can all agree she looks absolutely beautiful today. I had the best seat in the house for that. As best man, I just stared the whole time. But I don't steal people. It's old best man. But I think Nick probably has some kind of cheat code, and that's how he landed her. And that's the one inside joke I had to sneak in. He's got cheat codes. So, kind of Pastor Dave or Pastor Jack, whatever. He was talking about. I don't know who he is. He was talking about how God has a plan and people are meant for each other, and honestly, in most cases, I would probably scoff at that. But I'm going to tell a quick little story about Nick and Bryn that kind of is my perspective on it. So I'm going to tell a fart joke at a wedding. I'm still talking. It's been a while. So a couple years ago, Nick, myself, and Mike Mix, who's over in that lovely teal shirt, we all lived together over by Comstock Avenue. And Bryn would come over all the time, obviously. They've been serious for a long time. And, I wasn't really that serious with anybody, so I'd always peek in to see what contentment looked like. So I walk, I walk in and I see what Nick and Bryn are doing. And for those of you who know Nick well, everybody who's a groomsman, everybody probably has sat with him for more than 10 minutes, knows that Nick has the ability to clear a room. He's a part of your family now. It's bad. I love him to death. I mean, I'm here talking about him, but he can make you leave. So one day I walk in, and Bryn's sitting there playing Nintendo Wii, and Nick is sitting there in his own filth. And I walk in, I get slapped in the face with stink. So I walk in, I'm confronted with the stench, and I look at Bryn, and she's smiling, playing a video game. And all I can think is, like, I know they've been together for a while, I know they love each other, but how does she do this? Like, I feel like I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. I just walked in. They're sitting in this thing for a long time. So I asked Bryn, I said, what, how do you put up with how bad Nick smells? And she looked at me dead in the eye, and she goes, oh, I can't smell anything. She has no sense of smell. That's a real thing. She has anosmia. Michael back me up. She's anosmia. She can't smell stuff. And that's when I realized that when God has the smelliest kid you know, and the girl that can't smell anything, they're just meant to be together. Not too much more, guys, and we can drink. So enough of all that stuff. I'm here for Nick. I've known Nick for 12, 13 years, and I've really had a great time getting to know him. Nick was born the 16th of November, 1984. A date that I tried really hard to link to some important world event in the past, but it turns out absolutely nothing of importance happened that day. Nothing. But during my research on the internet, I did find that the hospital where Nick was born still refers to that day as Hairy Baby Tuesday. He's had a beard since he was 12. I'm not kidding. It's on the calendar. They celebrate it every year. Hairy Baby's born, everybody cries. It's dramatic. But no, in all seriousness, Nick's always been the first out of all of us guys. He's been the first guy that had a Green Day t-shirt back in 1994. The first guy that had that beard that we all love. First guy to own a house, and now the first guy to get married. And obviously, yeah, he leads us all, and we just try to follow. I stumble, and but he's just, you could tell with Nick for a long time. He's always been so much more mature and so much more of, Jordan kind of said he's very mellow and very just a real guy, and he's the most loyal, honest, best friend a guy could ask for. And I love you, buddy. And Joe kind of touched on it last night during his dinner speech. Where's Joe? Joe's back there. He's trying to hide. Joe touched on his dinner speech, but Nick really is he used the phrase, he's the picture-perfect son. And he's not just the picture-perfect son. He's a picture-perfect friend, and he's going to be a picture-perfect husband. And what more can you ask for, And if not, Bryn now has a gun. It's pink, but it's a gun. It shoots bullets. Yeah. So,
I really do.
She does have a gun. Yeah. So everybody, please raise your glasses. To Nick and Bryn Nosko, I wish you guys a long and happy marriage. Thanks for
Great job, Nate. All right, now at this time, I'm going to have everyone please make your way to your seats, and a hostess will be around to call you up to the buffet.
Hey Rick, yes, he's gonna film how many of these meatballs. I'm gonna take a few.
We'll have proof.